At 26 years old, he had done so much.
With permission from the family, we are getting a look inside Botham's apartment.
So I'm calling on the Dallas official. Please come clean. Give me justice for my son because he does not deserve what he got.
Baby, don't you cry. Tell him everything's gonna be alright. I know we can make.
Bang bang, what's up, it's iCkEdMeL. I'm here to give you the latest news on the story and a couple of clarifications. Now, first I just want to say thank you to everybody for supporting, for subscribing, hitting like and commenting. I really appreciate it. And as far as the GoFundMe, the proceeds of all the videos that I did covering the story, at the end of the month in October, I'm going to make a donation to the GoFundMe. Now, somebody was pointing out they wanted me to verify, to double check, is this a real actual GoFundMe page? I reached out to the person that started it, had a conversation. He told me that this is legit. He said he knows the family. And not only that, at the time he told me that he was going to add the mother. I'm checking today and the mom is added. So this is legit. If you guys want to support the family, you can. If not, I am going to send the proceeds to all these videos that I made, and they're doing pretty well, so I appreciate that. And I will donate that, and I'll put iCkEdMeL for the channel, and I'll just say that this is from all you guys, anybody that's watching, because you guys are the ones that actually made this video or the previous videos do well. A couple things I want to talk about. CNN went, they got access to the apartment. You're going to see the whole apartment. It's kind of a quick overview. They show you the door, you see the inside.
It's a typical single man's apartment except for the bullet hole in the wall indicated by an evidence marking more than 6 feet high. There's also a pool of blood on the floor, which we will not show you. There's laundry piled on the couch, and Botham's half-eaten bowl of cereal still had milk in it. He may have been reading one of the many books littering the apartment before he was shot and killed by Officer Amber Geiger.
And two things that people pointed out that I wanted to talk about. Now, there's this one part where you see a cereal bowl, right? The cereal bowl they're saying is half eaten. He was probably that night. Maybe he was interrupted when Geiger came to the door.
Half-eaten bowl of cereal still had milk in it.
And then another part, CNN points out that there's a book, and maybe he was reading the book right before Geiger came.
He may have been reading one of the many books littering the apartment.
One of the contradictions, right, that people were saying, or what Geiger was saying, was that she got there, the apartment was completely dark, and it was a dark silhouette. So I guess this guy was eating in a dark room, completely pitch black, or he was reading completely in the pitch black dark. But that was just kind of an interesting thing to bring about it. Also, new news today, just happened like 2 hours ago. Ted Cruz says that he wishes people weren't so quick to blame the police officer. So he's coming in defense of the police officer. He's a Republican senator, and he's catching some heat for that. One of the news stories that popped up today earlier also was that Amber Geiger had moved out of the complex. So she's no longer staying where she was living at. The complex sent out an email, and they said, once again, we extend our heartfelt sympathy to the family and friends, to Botham Jean. That was from the building's community manager. So they're officially out of there. Nobody knows when exactly she moved out. A manager at the complex declined to indicate exactly when Geiger had moved out. So that's pretty interesting. It's a little telling. I mean, I would be afraid if I was her too to stay in that apartment. You know, there's a lot of people upset and angry. And then the other thing too, let's move on to the search warrant, okay? First of all, one of the things that was messed up about the search warrant that the lawyer pointed out, and I didn't know this, the search warrant information was leaked out by somebody in the police station. So he says that this is an obvious smear upon Botham Jean.
The John family's attorney and the family are now upset by the leak of a search warrant that indicates officers went inside John's apartment looking for drugs.
And then the other thing too was, okay, they found marijuana. They said they don't know who it belonged to. It could have been his, it could have been hers. Some people even indicated that maybe he was selling drugs, which is crazy. This is what people are saying. One of the things that I thought was interesting in the CNN, when they reported this, they said the marijuana with the 10 grams, and they said bags, plural, so like little baggies, you know, but they haven't indicated who they belong to.
Officers say they did find and remove several items, including a small amount of marijuana. The warrant does not indicate who the items belong to. It's unknown if a search warrant was executed at the officer's apartment.
26 years on this earth, he lived his life virtually without blemish, and it took being murdered by a Dallas police officer for Botham Jean to suddenly become a criminal. There is a clear intent here to smear the name of Botham Jean.
Family and friends talked openly about his love of people, for singing, and the fact that he was a high-achieving employee on a partnership track at the accounting firm PwC.
PwC is hurting, not just in Dallas, but all across our country.
He was so joyful, and we know how much he loved to sing. You know, he was the biggest extroverted accountant you'd ever find.
With the search warrant, people are also indicating one of the things that they found, there was 2 bullet casings, which I'm assuming was the 2 bullets that she shot. Those are the casings. They said a police backpack and a vest, so I guess that belonged to her. They didn't really state clearly who that belonged to. Some people were saying that maybe the cop gear was already in there, that she knew him, all sorts of stuff. It's crazy. So I just wanted to kind of bring that forth, that some people were talking about it because a lot of people are making comments. I just think it was pretty telling and interesting. Somebody in that police department leaked out that search warrant, and did they make some money off of it? You know, and why hasn't there been a search warrant in that apartment? Or was there a search warrant? Why haven't they told us about that? Why is it easier? And why can they do a search warrant on him and it's leaked out, but on her, is there a search warrant done? And why was nothing leaked out? So it seems like there's some sort of protection going on. That's what people are saying. So people are indicating. A lot of you guys reported to me that Amber was let off on administrative leave. So CNN confirmed it.
Amber Geiger is on administrative leave during the investigation, and the DA's office will take the case before a grand jury to determine the next course of action.
And I also looked up what is the definition for administrative leave. Administrative leave is a temporary leave from your job assignment with pay and benefits intact. Generally, the term is reserved for employees of non-business institutions such as schools, police, and hospitals. The police definition of administrative leave may vary from institution. So it's likely that she has leave with pay. Well, this post here from the New York Post says that toxicology reports from Geiger and Jean are still pending. So supposedly they did on both of them and they're still pending. You know, I don't think it takes that long. Who knows? Maybe they're waiting for it to go to court. Maybe they're not releasing everything. Maybe they're trying to hold some information. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you watching. I appreciate all the support from you guys. And I think I'll end off with this last clip from CNN where the lawyer states again that the witnesses, there's multiple accounts saying that there was a police officer not giving verbal commands as a police officer, but stating, open the door, open the door. So could it have been noise complaints that she already knew this person? Could it have been they had some sort of relationship? Could it have been whatever the case is? Who knows? But they say that she approached there without the officially being a cop, trying to get there, it seems like on a personal level. So make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, help me to continue to grow, and take care of yourselves.
Lee Merritt says witnesses tell a different story.
They both heard a knock or a pounding on the door, followed by a female's voice saying, open up, let me in. She said the voice didn't sound like an officer command, but sounded like someone who wanted to be let into the apartment. She said that was shortly followed by the sound of gunshots and the sound of a man's voice saying what she believed to be, oh my God, why did you do that?
I see potential subscribers.
Peace, love, prosperity. Subscribe. All right.